Okay, so hello everyone. In this video, we will discuss TCP/IP protocol, or we can say Internet Protocol. Okay, now what is the full form of it? Transmission Control Protocol or Internet Protocol. In this video, we will discuss what is TCP/IP protocol, and then TCP/IP protocol versus OSI protocol, and then overview of each layer. Okay, try to understand one more thing here. We will discuss some protocols here, so don't worry about that. I will explain it to you in our upcoming videos. So I just want to explain TCP IP model here, so don't worry about that. Okay, so moving forward, TCP IP model is developed by ARPANET and funded by DARPA. Okay, what is DARPA here? DARPA is Defense Agency of America. Okay, in many books and materials you will find there is 5 layer, and there many you will get like 4 layers of TCP IP protocol, but 4 layer TCP IP protocol is more important and we should have good knowledge about it. Okay, now moving forward, TCP IP protocol supports client server architecture and peer to peer architecture. Okay, now what is client server architecture? Now a centralized authority is there, server and all clients are attached to it and they send their request response. Okay, so this is client server architecture. And now what is peer to peer? There is no centralized authority at all. Okay, there is no centralized authority, all are mutually connected and data is transferred in distributed way, so both are supported in TCP IP protocol. Okay, now moving forward, what is the difference between OSI model and TCP IP model? We have learned about OSI model in our last video. Okay, so we have discussed that OSI model is a theoretical model. Now TCP model is a complete implementable model. Okay, now what is, like, we can say, when we work in a practical approach, then we don't work on theory or documentation. TCP IP is a complete implementable model, or we can say practical model. OSI model was a theoretical model. Okay, so when we work in a practical approach, then we don't work on theory or documentation. Okay, in OSI model we were working on a, we can say, theory or documentations. Okay, we can see that in OSI we had 7 layers, and in TCP we have 4 layer diagram and 5 layer diagram here. Okay, so in OSI there was data link layer and physical layer, so we combined it to network access layer in TCP IP 4 layer diagram. Now in OSI model there was network layer on third, so we will call it internet layer in TCP IP model. Okay, now in fourth layer there was transport layer in OSI model, which is same in TCP IP. Okay, fifth, sixth and seventh layer, session layer, presentation layer and application layer, these 3 layers are combined as application layer in TCP IP model. Okay, if we talk about application layer, what is the major work of application layer? Major work of application layer was process to process delivery. Along with this, the work of presentation layer, let's say, if I'm using different encoding system, then to synchronize them, encryption, decryption and all that work was in presentation layer. Okay, what was the work of session layer? To create session and maintain them all, that work come under session layer. Okay, and other than this, to generate data, whose work of it? Application layer. In OSI model, whose work was it? Application layer. Okay, so now in TCP IP model, these 3 layers are combined into a single layer, application layer. Now user is using some application, either SMTP if I want to send like email, or FTP if I want to transfer file, telnet for remote login. All the protocols are the same like they were in OSI. Okay, now moving forward, then if we talk about transport layer, what was the use of it? Host to host delivery. Okay, in transport layer you have majorly TCP, UDP and HTTP. So moving forward, then in source to destination we had seen process to process delivery, host to host delivery in transport layer. Now we are moving to source to destination, which is in internet layer. Okay, then in source to destination, where we talk about IP addressing, adding IP address in header of source destination, that is taken care by internet layer. So in this layer, main protocols were like IPv4, IPv6, IGMP, ICMP. What was the main work here? IP addressing, adding IP address to the header and source. Then finally we have physical layer and data link layer. These were in OSI. Now in TCP, these are called network access layer. Now what was the work of these? Node to node delivery. We can say their responsibility is that within your own network, within one node to second node, how data is to be sent. This is the work of network access layer in TCP IP. If we talk about MAC protocols, error control, flow control within the local network, so that comes under network access layer. So this was all about the TCP IP protocol, and we will discuss these protocols in our upcoming videos in details, so don't worry about that. Okay, so that's it for this video. We will meet in next video. Until then, bye bye.